What's good, everybody? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you guys with the NFL 2018 Week 13 game picks. Sam Dog, the infamous 253. Sam Dog coming at you guys along with Dallas Stewart on the other line, coming at you guys with the game picks for Week 13 of the 2018 season. A lot of surprises last few weeks too in these games, you know. Game picks haven't been so hot. I mean, surprises, right? Yep. All right. First off, Thursday night, we got the New Orleans Saints in Jerry World taking on the Dallas Cowboys, which the Cowboys came off of a big Thanksgiving whooping of the Washington Redskins, and the Saints coming off of sweeping the Falcons on Thanksgiving. So both these teams are coming off of a Thanksgiving Day game, which they both won, obviously. Dallas is trying to win the NFC East, and New Orleans is in sole possession of the number one seed in the playoffs. New Orleans is hot. I don't see them slowing down any soon. I still see some flaws in Dallas, though. I mean, obviously they're getting their shit together, and receivers are making plays such as Amari Cooper had a big game on Thanksgiving. But this one's I'm taking the New Orleans Saints winning this one and keeping it on a roll. I don't see the Saints giving up the number one seed.
I'm going to have to take the Saints as well. They're just playing at another level right now. I mean, and they're winning convincingly in the last, 3 weeks. So I'm going to have to take New Orleans in this one to get their 11th straight.
I mean, we had our thoughts of who would be the NFC representative of the Super Bowl, and still you and me think, I mean, obviously we thought it'd be Green Bay, and then Green Bay had a disappointment, but now we're leaning more towards that the Saints are going to be the NFC representative.
Oh, yeah.
All right, up next we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Atlanta Falcons. The Baltimore Ravens have gone 2 weeks without Joe Flacco and had Lamar Jackson starting, and Lamar Jackson is so far 2-0 in starts. Just come off of, well, obviously he was beating the Raiders regardless. The Raiders are a dumpster fire too. So, and Baltimore's taking on the Atlanta Falcons, who just got their asses kicked on Thanksgiving by the New Orleans Saints, obviously. So Atlanta, I mean, they didn't stand a chance, but they're going on against Baltimore. I mean, Lamar Jackson, rookie quarterback, so he has thrown some interceptions, and then again, of course he's running a lot too, gaining big chunks of yards. You gotta definitely game plan for Lamar Jackson and Matt Ryan and those receivers. Atlanta not such a good year, but I think Atlanta's gonna take down Baltimore on this week. I'm taking the Atlanta Falcons.
This is a tricky one. I'll probably have to go with Atlanta. Baltimore really is not as good as I thought they were at the beginning of the year when they beat Pittsburgh on the road.
Yeah.
Atlanta has had some really frustrating losses. I mean, their record could be a lot better than 4-7. And
for real.
They played New Orleans a lot better than what I thought. They just kept turning it over inside the 20. And I think they have the better quarterback matchup here. So I'm going to go with Atlanta.
Yeah. Up next, we got the Denver Broncos at the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati got waxed by the Cleveland Browns last week, and Denver upset the Steelers, getting a major interception in the red zone by that one defensive lineman, Shelby Stewart. And I don't know if that's who it is. They're Broncos fans on this video. Correct me with the name. I know his first name was Shelby. He got the big interception in the end zone when Ben was trying to go to Antonio Brown, but it was a crappy throw. But Denver pulled off a big upset. Cincinnati got waxed by Cleveland, and then freaking Andy Dalton broke his thumb, and now they're saying he's out for the year. So now a different quarterback. Games in Cincinnati this week, but I'm gonna go take the Denver Broncos in this one. I'm taking Denver.
Yeah, I'm taking Denver as well. They've had 2 big wins in a row. They beat the LA Chargers on the road, and then they upset the Steelers at home with that huge goal line interception to seal the victory. And they're still very much in contention for a wild card spot in the AFC. I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Denver because it seems like Cincinnati's season is just starting to spiral out of control after a 4-1 start. Things are just spiraling out of control for them right now.
Especially with Andy Dalton.
Yeah, that's just a backbreaker for their season.
Yeah, for real. Up next, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Detroit Lions. Detroit lost to a Mitchell Trubisky-less Chicago Bears last week, and it's crazy. Now, when I picked the Bears to win that one in my last Game Picks video, I had no idea Trubisky was not playing, and I had no idea he was hurt, and yet I still got that game right. And Chase Daniels with that comeback win, and the Bears making that big defensive stand against the Lions last week. I was surprised about that, and the LA Rams are coming off their bye week, but I don't see the Rams slowing down anytime sooner, so I'm taking the Los Angeles Rams in this one in Detroit. I'm taking the Rams waxing Detroit.
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams as well, and a win would clinch the NFC West already for them. They would be the NFC West champions. So
Yeah.
I'm taking the Rams.
Yeah, hey, we knew the Rams were going to be good this year, but I'll tell you what though, we gave them some good matchups, and we've shown that we can still hang with them if we just can nail it. I mean,
It was just a few plays in both those games.
yeah, we could have beaten them, man, but I'm not making any excuses though, but but if we do somehow manage to pull something off this next month and we get a wild card and win that wild card game and get another matchup with them, who knows? I think we may be hungry, but I'm not. That's just, simply speculating and whatnot too. Not that anything's gonna happen and whatnot too, but we hope for the best too. But we're showing flashes of hope of hopefully getting it right again, getting it right in the future, and maybe to see how the rest of the season pans out for the Seahawks. But other than that, we got the Rams beating Detroit. Up next, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Green Bay Packers. Arizona got heavily murdered by the Los Angeles Chargers, where Phillip Rivers completed his first 25 passes and tied an NFL record for most consecutive completions on passes, which Phillip Rivers got 25 for 25, tying Ryan Tannehill from a few years back, which I think that's what they were saying. He tied a record that Ryan Tannehill set. If he would have just completed that 26, he could have broke the NFL record with that too. And the Chargers, the Cardinals did get a strip sack in that game too. But other than that, and then of course Melvin Gordon got hurt in that game though too. And then Rosen's only touchdown pass obviously went to Larry Fitzgerald. But they could not get it going, and then they made crucial mistakes, and they just got freaking destroyed. And it's not getting any easier, especially coming up against especially going to Lambeau Field to take on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, who are coming off of a pretty big disappointing loss to the Minnesota Vikings on Monday Night Football. I wanted the Packers to win that one too, because it would have helped us out with a seeding for the wild card, which at some points we need to hope certain things go our way for the Seahawks wise. But Green Bay is definitely a big disappointment. McCarthy's on the hot seat, but this is an easy choice. I'm taking the Green Bay Packers kicking the crap out of Arizona and Lambeau Field. I'm taking the Green Bay Packers.
I'm taking the Packers as well. As disappointing as they've been this year, they've been disappointing, no doubt. But the Cardinals are just a train wreck of a team.
Yeah, for real. But we still can't sleep. But we still can't sleep on them on any point of the season, especially with this last stretch coming into the season.
Final game.
Yeah, and plus
a wild card spot more than likely will be on the line in that game for us.
Yeah, I still think the last game we lose maybe this month.
Kansas City.
Probably Kansas City, And
Minnesota's a 50-50 game.
Yep, another coin toss game with Minnesota. But with the way our offense is playing, maybe we might have a chance. Who knows? Shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, other than that, up next we got the Cleveland Browns at the Houston Texans. The Texans are coming off of a big Monday night win over the Tennessee Titans. And I messed up. Green Bay was Sunday night. That's right. I meant to say Sunday night. My bad. I said Monday night for Green Bay. Green Bay played the Vikings on Sunday Night Football and had a disappointing loss. But yeah, the Houston Texans are coming off of a big win last night against the Tennessee Titans in Houston, where Lamar Miller ran a 97-yard touchdown. Tennessee started good, but then they just they just folded, and they couldn't get anything done against Houston. And Deshaun Watson capitalized, and Lamar Miller had that big freaking touchdown run. Cleveland, obviously, we know what they did to Cincinnati, but games at Houston, Deshaun Watson's hot. Houston's on an eight-game winning streak, and I expected to get the 9. Houston with the win at home against Cleveland.
Yeah, I know the Browns, had a good win last week, but Houston is just rolling right now. And like I said, I think they're a dangerous team in the AFC.
They are.
That defense, they have a good quarterback that makes good decisions with the football. He can run. They're a team to watch out for in the AFC come playoff time. So I'm going with Houston to get their 9th straight
win. Yep. All right. Up next, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Indianapolis coming off of that big win that went back and forth with turnovers and that too, but the Dolphins pulled it off at the end against the Miami Dolphins, and the Jacksonville Jaguars lost to the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Jacksonville is turning into a disappointing team, and Indianapolis is kind of starting to, even analysts are saying Indianapolis is starting to kind of look a little dangerous with their offense though too, but I don't see it happening with Indianapolis getting in the playoffs though. Jacksonville, biggest freaking disappointment, and they got smoked by Josh Allen. Josh Allen's back through a 75-yard touchdown bomb, and Bills were they did not want to lose that game, and they just stuck it to Jacksonville, even if it was by 3 points. But games at Jacksonville this time though. Jacksonville, big disappointment. They benched Blake Bortles, but hey, I gotta say something to the Jacksonville fans. Maybe you might want to consider that guy from West Virginia in the next draft, Greer, or maybe even that guy from freaking Alabama, which I'm not going to try to pronounce his name because it's hard to pronounce a Hawaiian name. Or maybe you guys could use a little stash. And you know what I mean by stash? I even said it last night on one of the things. Maybe, just maybe, who knows? Could the Jags take a shot on Wazoo quarterback Gardner Minshew with the stash? What do you think, Dallas?
Well, the way they're playing, they're gonna be drafting in the top 5, and it's I can't pronounce his last name.
I can't pronounce it either, man.
He's a Heisman candidate for sure.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be a top 5 pick in the draft if he decides to come out.
Yeah, but do you think Gardner Minshew will go in the draft? The man with the stash?
Yeah.
But also, could the Giants possibly take him, depending on if they decide to go with Kyle Lauletta after Eli's done?
Maybe.
Or
the Raiders, whoever is in contention for the number 1 pick.
Do you think Minshew could be that? You think Minshew is that John Gruden type quarterback? Because I know Minshew led the nation in passing.
Maybe he's what John Gruden's looking for.
Ha, maybe. But I'm taking Indianapolis getting the sweep.
Yeah, I'm taking Indianapolis to sweep Jacksonville. Jacksonville's just them and Green Bay are probably the 2 biggest disappointments in the entire league this year.
And like I've said about Jacksonville, on the doorstep, but never in the door.
And that would be their 8th straight loss. Somehow they started off 3-1, and things have just gone south. And Jalen Ramsey will be suspended for this one.
No, Leonard Fournette's the one suspended, not Jalen Ramsey.
Is it Leonard Fournette?
It's Leonard Fournette.
So Leonard Fournette will be suspended after that fight on the sideline, and that seems like the only fight that they have this year is on the sidelines, not on the field.
Yeah, for real, no doubt about it.
Boy, what a mess they are.
Yeah, especially after being on the doorstep of the Super Bowl last year, where obviously Brady wasn't getting denied. Brady wasn't getting denied though, although.
No.
Yeah, but like we said, what Jacksonville is known for is being on the doorstep but never in the door. AFC Championship loss to Drew Bledsoe and the Patriots, which they went on to lose to Brett Favre and Reggie White in that Super Bowl. And then they were on the doorstep. They went 14-2, only 2 losses being the Tennessee Titans. And who did they end up playing in the AFC Championship? Tennessee Titans, and the Titans went to that Super Bowl. And then they play Tom Brady and the Patriots last year, and they couldn't get it done against Tom Brady. So Jacksonville, for me, is remembered it for being on the doorstep and never in the door.
Yep.
Just saying, no offense, Jacksonville, but that's just what you guys have been remembered for so far in your 20. In your, I mean, they came into the league in 1995. It's 2018. In your 23-year league, your franchise history up to this point, 23 years in the league and never been in the door of the Super Bowl, but just on the doorstep. All right. Next up, we got the Buffalo Bills at the Miami Dolphins. As we mentioned, Buffalo came off of a big freaking win against the Jaguars, and we obviously saw them beat the crap out of the Jets too. Miami coming off of a disappointing loss to the Indianapolis Colts, where that game could have gone either way, but then they let luck get it in for Vinatieri to kick the game-winning field goal. The game's in Miami this time. Josh Allen probably going to be back again too for Buffalo. And can he roll it again? Obviously with Shady McCoy or whoever else he has in Miami with Ryan Tannehill and Kenyon Drake at the running back and whatever else they got. Games in Miami. I'm gonna take the Miami Dolphins at home.
Yeah, I'm going to take Miami as well. Slightly better quarterback play. A tough loss against the Colts last week. Still, at 5 and 6, still in the mix, and that AFC wildcard race is unbelievable. Is that to say? I mean, they did start off 3-0. They're still in the mix, and they're a better team overall than Buffalo. So I'm going to take Miami to. Would that be a sweep?
Miami would probably be a sweep. That would probably be a sweep.
Have they played them before? Have they played Buffalo before?
I don't know. We might have to look at that. I don't think I saw anything net where Miami played Buffalo.
I don't think they played Buffalo yet. I'd have to look at their schedule.
Yeah, definitely have to look back in the schedule.
But I'm going to have to go with Miami.
Yeah.
Back to 500.
Yeah, I'm taking Miami as well. Up next, we got the Chicago Bears at the New York Giants. The Bears won on Thanksgiving last week with Chase Daniels as their quarterback, and I think Chase Daniels will be starting again for the Chicago Bears. And the Giants are coming off of a come from behind, blowing a big lead to the Philadelphia Eagles last week. They could have won that. They definitely blew that game big time, but then Philadelphia clawed their way back and just stunned the Giants. But obviously the Bears still got that defense, got some good weapons. Even if Trubisky's out another week, I still think Chase Daniels can still hold down the fort again. I'm taking the Chicago Bears with the win in New York.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bears as well. They're playing at a high level right now. They were able to win with a backup quarterback last week in Detroit, against a division rival. So those division games are always tough, and it was a good win for them, and they have a favorable lead in the NFC North. So I'm taking the Bears. That like you said, the Giants just flat out blew that game against the Eagles, and they kept the Eagles season alive. They pretty much could have put the nail in Philadelphia's season, but they couldn't.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right.
They gave the Eagles life.
They did. All right. Up next, Swapper, because of the primetime swap to the 1 p.m. slate with us though too, but game got swapped for Sunday night, so we're just gonna go ahead and get into it first. But before that, up next we got the Carolina Panthers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We obviously pulled a big time epic comeback against Carolina and then made the right plays at the right time to set up Seabass for a game-winning field goal easily when Gano messed it up again for the Carolina Panthers. Carolina lost 3 straight games, obviously getting blown out by Pittsburgh, losing by 1 to Detroit, and then blowing it against us. Even when Cam Newton had that big of a day, even with Christian McCaffrey. They're taking on Tampa Bay at Tampa, which Tampa's coming off of taking a crap on the 49ers last week with Jameis Winston at quarterback. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers getting back on track here this week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, I'm taking Carolina as well. They really need this one. They are kind of a desperate team right now after, like you said, after the 6-2 start. And that was a very tough loss that they had against, the Seahawks last week.
Yeah.
It looked like they had it.
But hey, we'll take the win any way we can, right?
We escaped. We did what we had to do.
And that 4th and 3 play was every bit amazing that we needed, man.
Oh, we don't get that. We don't win that game.
Yeah, without that 4th and 3, or without Gano missing the kick, where we would have.
That was also big, and he's kind of struggled this year.
Yep. All right, but yeah, we got Carolina over Tampa.
Yeah, we got Carolina. They're better than Tampa.
All right. Up next, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Oakland Raiders. Really, Kansas City blows them out.
Yeah, Kansas City big. The Raiders are just. They're just a dumpster fire of a team.
Are they another Gardner Minshew candidate if Gruden wants them? If they move on from Carr?
Possibly.
All right, KC over Oakland. Up next, we got the New York Jets at the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee obviously coming off of getting spanked by Houston last night, and the Jets coming off of losing to the New England Patriots, which they were hanging with them for a bit, but then obviously New England was pulling away. But games in Tennessee, Jets were without. I think the Jets get Sam Darnold back this week, but they were playing with Josh McCown, and Tennessee and Marcus Mariota got rolled last week too. Obviously they were off to a little bit of a good start with that Jonnu Smith 61-yard touchdown that he had too. But I got the Titans bouncing back here and beating the Jets. I'm taking the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, I'm taking the Titans as well. Man, the Jets were hung with the Patriots for about 3 quarters, and then the Patriots put it away like we knew they would. There was no way they were going to lose to the Jets. And the Titans, I guess, after that Monday night win against the Cowboys, who lost a few in a row, but again, they're another team that's still in the mix in the AFC wildcard race. I think you're definitely going to get a 9-win team.
Let's be real, Todd Bowles is getting
one of the
fired.
wildcards in the AFC.
Let's be real, Todd Bowles is getting fired after this year for the Jets.
I think the Jets are going to. I can't see the Jets winning another game this year.
No, me neither, man.
I think they're going 3-13. So they better enjoy those 2 5-11 seasons they had. And I think Gangrene David is going to get his wish.
I think so too, man.
And he's going to be. I can't wait to see his reaction when Todd Bowles gets fired, because there's no way in hell he keeps his job after this train wreck of a season.
No.
And it started out rather promising with that beatdown of the Lions on that opening Monday night.
Yep.
How things have changed.
Yep. All right, up next, we got the Minnesota Vikings at the New England Patriots. Minnesota coming off of that big win on Sunday night against the Packers, and New England coming off of beating the Jets. And if you're a Seahawks fan, I know it. Obviously with, I hate the Patriots too. No offense to anybody too. Obviously the Super Bowl thing too. But, New England, obviously you can't keep New England out. Minnesota's got good defense and everything too. But we have to take New England. I'm taking New England with this one. There's no way. I don't see New England losing to Minnesota in New England. And plus, we need the Vikings to lose so we can try to get that wild card spot. So I am taking the New England Patriots over the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I'm taking New England as well. This would be this would be an upset if Minnesota could do it, but I can't see them beating them in New England.
And plus, they got Tom Brady.
Already beating Green Bay at home and Kansas City at home.
Yeah. And plus, New England has Tom Brady.
And New England plays really well in December.
Yep, because they got Tom Brady.
And you're right, we need it in terms of
wild card.
But obviously that game next week against the Minnesota Vikings is a big game for both teams.
But yeah, Minnesota's going to lose this week to Tom Brady and the Patriots. That's an obvious given. All right,
yeah.
and up next we got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Candlestick Cursed San Francisco 49ers in Seattle. Richard Sherman makes his return to Seattle to take on his old team, and Frisco coming off of getting dumped on by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're coming off of pulling off a major upset over the Carolina Panthers. Russell Wilson's playing some of his best football. I know he missed that one play to ball win, which sucked, but he never lost his poise, kept fighting, and we were just able to stay in it. And McDougal got the big interception in that game too, and stopping Cam on the 4th and 2 was huge too. And we just played our game. We did not show any signs of quitting, and Russell is hitting some good targets. David Morris really stepped up, and Frank Clark really stepping up too in our game. Jaron Reed had a big stop on that Cam Newton run on the 4th down play. But we couldn't quite shut down Christian McCaffrey. But we still got. I think we still need to add some more pieces in this next draft. But I'm not this. We're at the point of the year where even the teams depending on records, we cannot sleep on anyone, including San Francisco or Arizona, no matter how bad the season's. Because the one thing we never want to do, never take anyone lightly, even if their record is bad. I don't want to take Frisco or Arizona lightly. But the games in Seattle, 12s are going to pack the house for Richard Sherman's homecoming. And I'm going to say that I think Frank Clark's going to have a monster game. We're going to have to shut down former Husky Dante Pettis and former Eastern Washington Eagle Kendrick Bourne, George Kittle, their tight end. And then, of course, our run defense is going to have to shut down Matt Breida big time. But obviously, Nick Mullins is going to be quarterbacking them again, which we obviously before the season started with the Jimmy Garoppolo contract. Like I mentioned, I called it after he signed the contract for what would happen, and it happened. But yep, I will be at the game obviously too, and I'm taking my Seattle Seahawks getting a big win against the San Francisco 49ers, and Russell Wilson's going to put on a show.
Yeah, I'm taking Seattle winning this one as well. I just can't see them losing this one. There's too much on the line for them right now.
Yeah, I also hope this. I hope this is a game where we actually blow out a team where we can actually put Brett Hundley in, because I want to see Doug Baldwin catch a touchdown from his 6th Seahawk quarterback.
Where it's just we look dominant.
Yeah, I hope it's one of those games, because Doug Baldwin's caught a touchdown from 5 different Seahawks quarterbacks in his career. He caught one from Tavares Jackson, obviously. He caught one from Charlie Whitehurst. He caught one from Matt Flynn when he was here too during one regular season, when obviously we were blowing out a team and Russell Wilson stepped out because we wanted to still not chance him anymore in the game because of keeping him healthy, and we already had the game won. Obviously, so Baldwin's caught a touchdown from Whitehurst, T-Jack, Matt Flynn, Russell Wilson, and the last one was Trayvon Boykin's only touchdown pass, which happened against the San Francisco 49ers in the 2016 season, before Boykin got arrested in that too, doing all that dumb shit, which is why he's not in the league anymore, So I hope we can do one of that thing so we can get Brett Hundley in there and have Brett Hundley throw Baldwin a touchdown pass, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, got the Seahawks winning this one big against the 49ers, but still not sleeping on anyone or any other and not taking anyone lightly. But I just hope we stick at the Frisco, let them know that they're still the little brother. Boom. All right, and finally, last but not least, for the Sunday night game, we got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Chargers coming off of a pretty convincing win against the Cardinals after blowing it against Denver the week before, and the Pittsburgh Steelers coming off of a very, very disappointing loss in Denver, where, like I mentioned, Roethlisberger giving a gift to the defensive lineman of Denver to basically seal their loss to the Denver Broncos. But the Chargers, it came at a cost where they lost Melvin Gordon to an MCL injury. But I still don't see the Chargers slowing down anytime soon, though, too, They're rolling. They want that wild card spot, or they're hungry for the AFC West title, trying to keep pace with Kansas City, depending on if Kansas City loses another game, too, which we don't see that happening anytime soon with the Chargers. But Pittsburgh kind of becoming a disappointment after being a little hot, but it's a tough one to call, but I'm going to take the road team on this one. I like the way Phillip Rivers is playing after completing his first 25 passes. I'm going to take the Chargers.
Oh, they this is a tough one.
I mean, anything can happen. I mean, Pittsburgh could probably bounce back, but this is a tough one. I'm just taking a call, taking a toss-up call on this one, and just picking the Chargers because it's their first time in the primetime spotlight in a long time. You know. Oh, I mean, I think they were on Monday night last year.
I guess we have our first
split.
Because I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Pittsburgh to bounce back. That was a really disappointing loss.
I don't blame you.
At Denver, it was a tough loss, and it's a game that the Pittsburgh really needs. Baltimore is within striking distance in the AFC North, and Pittsburgh has New England coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
and they really need a win to get back on track.
They do.
They can't afford to lose 2 in a row.
But
I'm going to have to go with Pittsburgh at home.
And plus, the Chargers did get Joey Bosa back, right?
Yeah.
So that could be a big-time threat to Ben and them, too. But I know Ben's got Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, and a couple other weapons out there, including Vance McDonald, the tight end, too. So, but that will be, you know what? That's going to be a good primetime game to watch. That's going to be a good one to watch. I'm going to definitely be keeping my eye on that one when I get back from Seattle after the Seahawks 49ers game. And last but not least, but before that, when was the last time we split on a game?
I can't even remember.
Was it that time when the Chargers were playing the Titans in London, and then the other such game that was going on that Thursday night too, when the Broncos blew out the Cardinals? Was that the last time?
Maybe.
All right. So we got what we got. All right, finally, Monday Night Football. We got the Washington Redskins at the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, the Redskins lost Alex Smith for a year, got pissed on by Dallas on Thanksgiving. Philly had an amazing comeback against the Eagles. I'm taking the Philadelphia Eagles winning big on Monday night. They want the NFC East title bad, especially. They don't want to definitely give it up to Dallas, though, too. So
I'm taking the Eagles as well at home. I can't see the Redskins winning the division with Colt McCoy. I just don't see it. He had a bad game against the Cowboys.
Plus, we need the Redskins to lose for wild card
city. The Eagles still have to have 2 tough games left. They have to go to the Rams in a few weeks, and they still have to play Houston at home.
Eagles are going to lose to the Rams in Houston.
They really need. I mean, obviously Washington needs it, but God, take a pick on who wins the NFC East, because I don't have a clue right now.
I'm gonna be real with you. Washington's done. I'm gonna be real.
I think they were done. That Alex Smith injury just ended their hopes.
Yep, and that's it for our game picks. So we're gonna recap our picks. We obviously split on the Chargers and the Steelers. So we got our Seahawks beating Frisco. We got the Eagles beating Washington. We got the Patriots beating the Vikings. We got the Titans beating the Jets. We got the Chiefs killing Oakland. We got the Panthers beating Tampa. We got the Bears beating the Giants. We got the Dolphins beating the Bills. We got the Colts sweeping Jacksonville. We got the Texans killing the Browns. Beating the Browns. We got the Packers killing the Cardinals. We got the Rams killing Detroit. We got the Broncos beating Cincinnati. And we got the Falcons beating Baltimore. And we got the New Orleans Saints staying on track and doing work and getting it done against the Cowboys. And that's all you have for the Week 13 NFL picks. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and I'll get some reactions with some interactions with players on Sunday. And hopefully I'll get that extra case soon so I can start doing what Norb does when he's at games, and obviously the viewing parties too, so I can start going live for games. Thank you for tuning in. Dallas, thank you once again for coming in.
No problem.
Yep, and we gotta have some predictions of which quarterbacks go where in the draft, or what else we think soon, when the off season comes too. But remember, if you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Hawks.